Hi guys, it's Michelle, Deception Bytes, and tonight we're going to be doing something completely different. We're going to be looking at odd animals with funny names. Now, I know what's going through your head right now, in all probability. Is this Deception Bytes? It is. However, for almost a year now, we have been dealing with heavy-duty news topics that is enough to depress anyone. So I just thought that it might be fun if every few days I threw in a video that, just for the heck of it. I find all sorts of odd things out there just because I'm a very curious person, and for some reason I was looking up animals with funny names, and I think that it was kind of a throwback to the Tasseled wobbegong comment, and I thought, I wonder how many other strange names there are out there for animals, and I started looking into it, and I thought, gosh darn it, I'm going to do a video. And you know why? Because I can. So that's what we're going to be doing tonight. Now, if that is of absolute no interest to you, and you are like, woman, you are out of your mind, then just skip this one. I'm going to be back to Q soon enough. So anyway, here we are. Odd animals with funny names. Now let's get started. Here's the first one. This is the white-bellied go-away bird. That's the name, the white-bellied go-away bird. Now, why do they want this bird to go away? Now, we can see why it's called white belly. It has a white belly, and that's a good-looking bird. I don't care what anybody say. That's a fine-looking bird right there. And it hails from the African regions, but you'd probably wonder how it got its name. So, anyway, I went out to see if I could hear what it sounded like. And then immediately it clicked in why they call it the go-away bird. So I just want to take you out so that you can hear its call. Now, does that not sound like that bird saying go away? Go away! Go away! Yeah, that's what it sounds like to me. So, at first I thought maybe nobody liked the bird and they were just wanting it to go away. But no, that's how it got its name. It's the white-bellied go-away bird because that's what it says. Go away! Go away! Don't you want one of those birds? I want one of those birds. I want to keep it by my door. And somebody knocks that I don't like, I could just signal the bird could go away, go away. Anyway, let's move on. And next we have the, now I know what you're thinking. I should have made that bigger. It's the mountain chicken. And I know what you're thinking. You're saying, Michelle, that's not a chicken. You're right, it's not. But that is the name of this frog. It's called the mountain chicken. Now, why do they call it the mountain chicken? It hails from the Caribbean, mainly Dominica, and it's commonly known as the giant ditch frog. It's found in the Caribbean islands, but locally it's known as the mountain chicken for its large size and the fact that it is hunted for food. And it is large. I'm saying this frog is large. Now, they should not be hunting it for food because it is an endangered species. In fact, it is critically endangered, but they still do. And now, apparently, because people like the taste of the mountain chicken, they are raising them now for that purpose. And so you should not be catching and eating mountain chicken in the wild because, for obvious reasons, they're endangered. But just so that you know what it looks like when it's a dish, this is it. Now, you may think that looks tasty. I have had frog legs, but not my favorite because I guess I can't get it out of my head that the legs came from the frogs. And also, I think it's cruel to eat frog legs because, they don't have they don't have crutches. They don't have little frog wheelchairs. I just think it's cruel. But anyway, let's move on now that we have looked at the mountain chicken. Now, here we go. And I know this sounds like I'm stuttering, but the name of this animal is gorilla, gorilla, gorilla. I know you're thinking that I made that up. And it does sound like something I would make up, but I didn't. If we're going to Latin names too, then this has to be the western lowland gorilla, because its trinomial taxonomic name is literally gorilla, gorilla, gorilla. They are found in lowland swamps in Central Africa, and it is the gorilla most often found in zoos. So, no, I was not stuttering. That is the name of this, the gorilla, gorilla, gorilla is also critically endangered. And anyway, that's the name. Gorilla, gorilla, gorilla. So, yeah. Surprise your friends with that fact. Tell them that one of the critically endangered species in the lowland swamps in Central Africa is the gorilla, gorilla, gorilla. Now, they will think you're making that up, but you will be able to smile inside knowing that you didn't. All right. Now, since I mentioned this in a video yesterday or the day before or whenever it was, I think it was yesterday, here is the tasseled wobbegong. Though it sounds more like a British insult, it's a type of carpet shark that is found in the shallow coral reefs off northern Australia. So my Australian friends that listen to this probably don't think that this is such a strange thing, because they've probably heard of it before. But to us here in North America, it does indeed sound like a strange name. And I have never in my life heard of a carpet shark, but that's what it is. And now that I see a picture of them, I can see why they call them carpet sharks. They actually literally look like carpet, and they're very flat, and they lay on the bottom. So, and they do have a fringe. So there you go. There's the tasseled wobbegong. I don't know if these carpet sharks suffer a little bit from depression. Maybe that's why they're, wobbegong. I don't know, but that's their name, the tasseled wobbegong. They do look sad to me a little, but I don't know. I haven't, clinically examined them or anything, but they do look a little depressed. So let's move on. Now, here is another strange name for this happens to be an insect, not an animal, not a mammal. It's the colon rectum. Yes, the colon rectum. And I know what you're saying, rectum, darn near killed him. No, that's not what you're saying, but it is a type of beetle. This unobtrusive round fungus beetle was first described in 1933 by University of Washington entomologist Melvin H. Hatch. Now, I want to, I wish that I'd had the opportunity. I'm not sure if this entomologist is still living or not. He would be up there in age at this time, but boy, I'd love to talk to this person, because I know that we would get along famously, and I'll tell you why. Let's just go out to Wikipedia and see what this entomologist has named other of this genus, and it is from the colon genus. Now, he named this. Colon is a genus of round fungus beetles in the family Lyodidae. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. There are at least 80 described species in the genus Colon, and this is the beetle. Now, you want to see why I think that I would really enjoy this person's sense of humor. There are 84 species, and most of them have been named by Hatch because he discovered them. Now, some of his other names are, let me see now. This one might not even have his funny names. Gosh. Oh, here's the colon forceps. Yes, colon forceps. The colon dentatum. No, that wasn't him. Hang on. Now, I should have pulled these out because his names are hysterical. Where? The colon rectum, that's his, of course. And the colon, the colon schwartzy, that's his. The colon serratum, that's his. Let me see what other names he has called these. The colon tibial, let me see. Now, the ones that I was reading before were far funnier. Now, where are those? Because this man is a funny, funny man. I don't know anything about him, but I want to find out because he's hysterical. And I would love to have that job. Now, colon forceps, that has to be my favorite. You know, you name a beetle colon forceps. I mean, really, that's awesome. Now, here's the colon discretum. That's a discrete colon. I like it when my colon is discrete. I don't know about you, but I'm just saying. So there's the colon discretum. And yeah, I think this Hatch guy I think he's okay, really. There's the colon basal, and what else does he have here? Because let me tell you, I don't even know how to pronounce that. The colon adagosum, I don't know, but I think there was a colon gross something. Colon grossum, but that was Peck and Stephen. So perhaps his penchant for naming those of the colon genus after hysterical things, perhaps this was passed on to other entomologists as well. But I just think the man was brilliant, and I almost wish that I was an entomologist so that I could name beetles and insects, because I think I could come up with some good names. And why the heck not? All right, let's go back. Let's look at some others. All right, next we have the Dik-Dik. Watch your mouth. Yeah, it's the Dik-Dik. It's a small antelope that lives in the bushlands of eastern and southern Africa. They are named such due to similar sounding alarm calls of the females. Now, I know what you're thinking. I want to see one. I want to hear their call. Well, I thought of that already. Only the best for you. Only the best. All right, let's look. It's adorable. I want one. Look at her little nose. Now, it does sound like their alarm calls. It does sound like it's saying Dik-Dik. So, there you are. I think I want one. I'm telling you, I really do. I don't know where I'd put it, but I think it's adorable. Did you see its little nose? Oh. Anyway, I'm going to go on now, and here is a fish that I swear was named after me. It's the sarcastic fringehead. Yes, the sarcastic fringehead. Now, it's a small but ferocious fish, which has a large mouth and aggressive territorial behavior for which it's been given its name. When two fringeheads have territorial battle, they wrestle by pressing their extended mouths against each other as if they were kissing. This allows them to determine which is the larger fish, which establishes dominance. Now, I know that, look, you know what? A lot of you guys have been listening to me for a year, and you know that I know that you want to see a sarcastic fringehead. I know you do. I know you're thinking, oh, I hope she shows us a sarcastic fringehead. I'm gonna. But just don't blame me if you have nightmares, okay? Just don't blame me. Just saying. Just saying. Now.
Old shells are highly prized.
Here it comes.
And this one is occupied by a sarcastic fringehead.
Now listen, if this scares you, go and get your mate or your special somebody and have them sit down with you to watch this. I'm just saying, okay? I'm just saying. Watch out. I'm going to start it again, all right?
These fish are exceptionally quarrelsome.
Quarrelsome.
They have to be to defend their living space.
Good Lord, look at that mouth. It's okay, I'm right here with you.
An octopus. Inadvertently, it's wandered into the fringehead's territory,
inadvertently.
And that can't be tolerated.
Oh, it can't be tolerated, no. Oh, no. Watch out, Mr. Octopus. I know you think you're big and bad with those 8 legs, but I'm telling you, this fish is scary.
The octopus's impressive jab holds the fringehead at bay. There is more to this behavior than being bad-tempered. The fringehead needs to defend its patch if it is to get enough to eat, and the octopus was competition.
Ah! Ah! Are you still there?
Crabs are not the easiest of mouthfuls. Because of the shortage of living space, there are constant boundary disputes, especially with other fringeheads. And this one has got too close.
Uh-oh. Oh, watch out, watch out. Ah!
Despite the most extravagant threats,
Good Lord!
neither is prepared to back down.
Ah! It's like a science fiction thriller. Ah! It's okay, it's okay, it's okay.
Success, and it's quick to get back to its shell.
That's the most disgusting thing I've seen in a very, very long time. I'm scared now. All right, I'm going back. I'm going back in. Are you okay? Everybody okay? Is everybody all right? Okay, all right. Next, we've got a little bit of a lighter one because, you know, after that, I didn't want to hurt anybody. I hope that I haven't, you know, raised your blood pressure or anything. All right, let's go on. Now, this is the fried egg jellyfish. Yes, that's correct. I said the fried egg jellyfish. You know why they call them jellyfish, right? Yes, of course you do. Everybody does. Yeah, I remember going to a Chinese wedding, and part of it was a 14-course meal. Yes, that's right. I said a 14-course meal. And every single course meant something. And one of the courses was jellyfish, and you had to try at least something from every course because it was considered extremely rude not to do so because it was symbolic of the union and the wedding and whatever. So I had to try jellyfish, and it was absolutely revolting. Anyway, this is the fried egg jellyfish that looks a little bit tastier, but no thank you. Now, I can't imagine how it got its name. Can you? Let me see now. Let me see. Why would it have been called the fried egg jellyfish? Fried egg jellyfish. Huh. I don't know. Let's move on. Yeah, of course, I'm just being sarcastic, like the sarcastic fringehead, except I am much better looking than that fish. I'm telling you, that sarcastic fringehead has issues. Anyway, Yes, this is the fried egg jellyfish. Let's move on. Now, next, we have the spiny lumpsucker. Watch your mouth. Yes, I said the spiny lumpsucker. It is a type of marine fish most commonly found in North Pacific Ocean. The sucker part refers to the fish's modified pelvic fins, which have evolved into adhesive discs that the fish uses to adhere to the substrate. So there you have it. It's the spiny lumpsucker. So next time you want to insult something, say, listen, you spiny lumpsucker. They'll have no idea what you're talking about. None whatsoever. Or instead of saying I'm sick as a dog, you could say I'm sick as a spiny lumpsucker. Because that just sounds like it has a little bit more flair, don't you think? I do. And I think this is the last one. And I wanted to end on a little bit of a, not so scary as a sarcastic fringehead. Here is the blob fish. Now, I know what you're thinking. How on earth would it have got that name, blobfish? Well, they live at depths between 600 and 1,200 meters, where the pressure is 60 to 120 times as great as at sea level. The flesh of the blobfish is primarily a gelatinous mass. Doesn't that sound nasty? A gelatinous mass. That really does sound quite unpleasant. With a density slightly less than water, now this allows the fish to float above the seafloor without expending energy on swimming. Now, if any fish looks like it lacks energy, it would be the blobfish. Now, are you ready? Everybody? Here it is. The blobfish. Now, if you were going to name that fish, what would you call it? I would have called it exactly that. The blobfish. It looks like it has a big old nose. It looks like it's got this nasty frown, and it looks like this, I think some of its gelatinous mass is perhaps oozing out of that frown. And the eyes here, it looks as if you made a potato out of wax and it melted, perhaps, Anyway, that there is the blobfish. I hope that none of you have nightmares tonight, because my gosh, I would not want to wish that on my worst enemy, and none of you most certainly are my enemy. So there you have it. Now, this has been a very exciting and rousing rendition of Odd Animals with Funny Names. Now, if you would like to hear more odd animals with funny names or other such videos, let me know, and I'll throw them in occasionally just to break it up, because we are dealing with some heavy-duty subjects, and sometimes we just need to sit back and smile. Now, I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. I thank you for listening, and I hope that you stay well and stay safe, and that you never, and I do mean never, ever have to see another sarcastic fringehead, ever. That is my wish for you. Good night, and I don't know. I don't even know what else to say after that. I guess it's just good night. I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks so much for listening. Bye-bye.